Welcome back to Old Coin Treasure. Today we are exploring two fascinating United States one-dime coins that every collector should know about, the 1925 Liberty Mercury Dime and the 2008 Roosevelt Dime. At first glance, these coins may seem ordinary, but each has its own unique history, design, and collector appeal. The 1925 dime features the iconic winged Liberty design, often called the Mercury Dime, and is made of 90% silver, making it especially popular with collectors. The 2008 Roosevelt Dime, minted in Philadelphia, represents the modern era of U.S. coinage and can become highly collectible when found in exceptional condition or with rare mint errors. Join us as we compare these two remarkable dimes, uncover their history, discuss what makes certain examples valuable, and reveal the features every coin hunter should look for. If you love rare coins and hidden treasures, you're in the right place. Let's begin the hunt. The 1925 United States one dime, commonly known as the 1925 Mercury Dime, is one of the most admired small silver coins in American history. Although many people call it the Mercury Dime, the coin does not actually show the Roman god Mercury. Instead, it features Liberty wearing a winged cap, a symbol of freedom of thought and the spirit of liberty. The coin was struck during a fascinating period in American history, when the nation was experiencing rapid economic growth, technological progress, and cultural change. Today, nearly a century later, the 1925 Mercury Dime continues to attract collectors because of its beautiful design, silver content, historical importance, and the possibility of finding rare and valuable examples. The 1925 Mercury Dime was issued by the United States of America and was produced at 3 U.S. mint facilities. Coins without a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia, those with a D were produced in Denver, and those with an S came from San Francisco. The coin was designed by renowned sculptor Adolph A. Wyman, whose artistic talent also created the famous Walking Liberty half-dollar. The Mercury Dime is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighs 2.5 grams, measures 17.9 millimeters in diameter, and has a reeded edge. These specifications remained the standard for circulating U.S. silver dimes until 1964. The United States introduced the Mercury Dime design in 1916 to replace the Barber Dime, which had been in circulation for many years. Government officials wanted American coins to display more artistic beauty and stronger national symbolism. Wyman created a youthful image of Liberty wearing a winged cap to represent freedom of thought, intelligence, and hope for the future. The design quickly became one of the most admired coin designs ever produced by the United States Mint and remained in production until it was replaced by the Roosevelt Dime in 1946. The obverse of the 1925 Mercury Dime displays Liberty facing left with soft facial features and flowing hair beneath the winged cap. Around the portrait appears the word Liberty, while the motto, "In God We Trust," is positioned near the lower left. The year, 1925, is shown at the bottom. Every detail was carefully sculpted to give the small coin an elegant and lifelike appearance. Even after decades of circulation, many examples still display the remarkable beauty of Wyman's artistic work. The reverse features one of the most meaningful designs found on any American coin. At the center stands a fasces, a bundle of wooden rods wrapped around an X, representing national unity and strength. Beside it is an olive branch, symbolizing peace. Together these two elements express the idea that America desired peace but possessed the strength to defend its freedom when necessary. Around the design are the inscriptions, United States of America, one dime, and the national motto, E pluribus unum. This balanced design helped make the Mercury Dime a favorite among collectors. Millions of 1925 dimes were struck, but not all are equally common today. Many examples circulated heavily during the decades when silver coins were used in everyday commerce, causing significant wear. Others were melted when silver prices increased, reducing the surviving population. Certain mint mark combinations, especially coins from Denver and San Francisco in high grades, are much scarcer than ordinary circulated examples. Collectors pay close attention to sharp details, original surfaces, and strong strike quality when evaluating these coins. Some of the most desirable 1925 Mercury dimes are those with exceptional preservation or unusual mean errors and varieties. Collectors search for coins with full horizontal bands across the faces, commonly known as full bands, because they indicate a very strong strike from fresh dies. Off-center strikes, doubled dies, cleat planchets, and other genuine mean errors are also highly sought after. While these varieties are uncommon, authenticated examples can command significant premiums because of their rarity and collector demand. The value of a 1925 Mercury dime depends on several important factors, including its mean mark, condition, strike quality, originality, and whether it has a recognized error or variety. Worn examples may be valued mainly for their silver content and historical appeal, while well-preserved coins with attractive surfaces can bring much higher prices. Rare mint state examples, especially those certified by professional grading services, are prized by advanced collectors and may sell for impressive amounts at auctions. Every coin should be carefully examined before assuming its value. The 1925 Mercury dime remains popular because it combines history, artistry, and precious metal in one small coin. It represents an important era in American coinage and reminds collectors of a time when everyday money was made from real silver. Its elegant design, fascinating background, and the possibility of discovering a rare variety continue to inspire new generations of coin enthusiasts around the world. Whether you are an experienced collector or just beginning your journey, this remarkable dime offers an exciting connection to the past. Before you spend any old silver-looking dime, take a closer look. Check the date, search for a mean mark, inspect the coin for strong details, and compare it carefully with known varieties. You may have a common keepsake, or you could be holding a collectible treasure with real historical and monetary value. Keep learning, keep searching, and always check your own coins, because the next remarkable discovery could already be waiting in your collection or even in an old family coin jar. The 2008 United States 1 dime is a modern Roosevelt dime that represents both American history and everyday commerce. Although millions of people have handled this coin without giving it a second thought, collectors know that even a modern dime can become an exciting find. The P-Mint mark shows that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most important minting facilities in the United States. While most 2008 P dimes are common, certain high-grade examples and rare mint errors have made this coin an interesting target for collectors. The coin was issued in 2008 by the United States of America and was designed by John R. Sinnott, whose portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt first appeared on the dime in 1946. The obverse design has remained largely unchanged for decades because it honors Roosevelt's leadership during difficult times in American history and recognizes his support for the March of Dimes campaign. The 2008 P dime is composed of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. It weighs 2.268 grams, measures 17.91 millimeters in diameter, and has a reeded edge. The Roosevelt dime was introduced shortly after President Franklin D. Roosevelt's death in 1945. Roosevelt had become closely connected with the fight against polio through the March of Dimes organization, making the dime a meaningful choice for honoring his legacy. By 2008, the Roosevelt dime had already been circulating for more than 60 years, becoming one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. The 2008 P issue continued this tradition while serving millions of Americans in everyday transactions. The obverse of the 2008 P dime features a left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt. Around the portrait are the inscriptions "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date, 2008. The small P Mint mark appears near the date, identifying the Philadelphia Mint as the place where the coin was produced. Although the design appears simple, it is carefully balanced and remains one of the most recognizable portraits on American coinage. The reverse displays a torch in the center, representing liberty and enlightenment. On one side of the torch is an olive branch, symbolizing peace, while an oak branch on the other side represents strength and independence. The inscriptions, United States of America, 1 dime, and E pluribus unum, complete the design. Together, these symbols express important American values that have been featured on Roosevelt dimes for generations. Hundreds of millions of 2008 dimes were struck at the Philadelphia Mint to meet the country's demand for circulating coins. Because of this large production, most examples found in pocket change are worth only their face value. However, collectors carefully search through rolls of dimes looking for coins with exceptional strike quality, bright original luster, or nearly perfect preservation. Coins that survive in outstanding mint state grades are much scarcer than ordinary circulated pieces. Although the standard 2008 dime is common, genuine mint errors and unusual varieties can be surprisingly collectible. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, doubled dies, broad strikes, and other minting mistakes are all possible, though uncommon. Certified examples of these errors often attract strong interest from collectors because they are much rarer than normal coins. Professional authentication is always recommended before assuming that a coin is a valuable error. Collectors also enjoy the 2008 dime because it represents modern coin collecting at an affordable level. Many hobbyists build complete Roosevelt dime collections by date and mint mark, while others search for the finest certified examples with nearly flawless surfaces. Roll hunting has become especially popular because valuable mint errors or high-grade coins can occasionally be discovered in ordinary bank rolls. This possibility keeps the excitement alive for both beginners and experienced collectors. The 2008 Roosevelt dime proves that age alone does not determine a coin's importance. Even a modern circulation coin can become desirable because of its condition, rarity, or unusual minting characteristics. Every coin tells part of America's story, and the Roosevelt dime continues to remind people of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's legacy while serving as an everyday symbol of American history and craftsmanship. Before you spend your change, take a few moments to examine every dime carefully. Look for the 2008 date, the P mint mark, strong design details, and any unusual features that might indicate a rare mint error. What appears to be an ordinary 10-cent coin could become a fascinating collectible in the future. Keep searching, keep learning, and always check your own coins. You never know when your next valuable discovery could be hiding in your pocket change. The 1925 United States 1 dime is far more than a small silver coin. It is a piece of American history from the exciting era known as the Roaring Twenties. Officially called the Mercury dime, this coin was issued by the United States of America in 1925 and quickly became one of the nation's most admired coin designs. Even today, collectors around the world continue to search for this dime because of its artistic beauty, silver content, historical importance, and the possibility of finding rare, valuable examples. Nearly a century after it entered circulation, the 1925 Mercury dime remains one of the most famous 10-cent coins ever produced. The 1925 dime was struck at 3 United States mint facilities. Coins with no mint mark were produced in Philadelphia, those marked with a D came from the Denver Mint, and those with an S were struck at the San Francisco Mint. The coin was designed by celebrated American sculptor Adolph A. Wyman, whose work is considered among the finest in U.S. coinage history. It is made from 90% silver and 10% copper, weighs 2.5 grams, measures 17.9 millimeters in diameter, and features a reeded edge. These specifications gave the coin both durability and intrinsic silver value, making it a practical yet beautiful piece of everyday money. By 1925, America was experiencing rapid industrial growth, expanding cities, and rising consumer confidence. The mercury dime had already been in circulation for several years after replacing the older barber dime in 1916. Government leaders wanted American coins to better reflect the nation's ideals through modern, artistic designs rather than the more traditional styles of the 19th century. The mercury dime represented progress, freedom, and optimism, values that matched the spirit of the country during one of its most dynamic decades. The obverse of the 1925 dime features liberty facing left, wearing a winged cap that symbolizes freedom of thought. Many people mistakenly believe the portrait represents the Roman god Mercury because of the wings, which is how the coin earned its popular nickname. Around the portrait appears the word liberty, while the national motto, "In God We Trust," is placed near the lower left. The date, 1925, is displayed prominently at the bottom. Wyman's detailed portrait gives the coin a graceful appearance that continues to impress collectors and historians alike. The reverse carries a design rich in symbolism. At its center stands a fasces, a bundle of rods bound together around an axe, representing national unity and strength. Alongside the fasces is an olive branch, symbolizing peace and America's hope for harmony among nations. Surrounding these symbols are the inscriptions, United States of America, 1 dime, and E pluribus unum. This thoughtful combination of strength and peace made the mercury dime one of the most meaningful coin designs ever created by the United States Mint. Millions of 1925 dimes were produced across the three mints, but not all have survived in the same condition. Many entered everyday circulation and became heavily worn through decades of use. Others were melted for their silver during periods of rising precious metal prices. As a result, sharply struck, well-preserved examples are much scarcer today than the original production numbers suggest. Coins displaying full design details and original mint luster are especially prized by collectors. Collectors also search for rare varieties and mint errors associated with the 1925 mercury dime. Examples with fully defined horizontal bands on the fasces, known as full bands, are particularly desirable because they indicate an exceptionally strong strike. Other collectible varieties include doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and other authentic minting mistakes. These unusual coins are significantly scarcer than ordinary examples and often command much higher prices when professionally authenticated. The collector value of a 1925 mercury dime depends on several important factors, including its mint mark, condition, strike quality, originality, and the presence of recognized varieties or mint errors. Common circulated examples remain popular because they contain silver and represent an important chapter of American history. Higher-grade coins with outstanding eye appeal, original surfaces, and strong details are much more valuable, while rare certified examples can become highlights of advanced collections and major coin auctions. The 1925 mercury dime continues to fascinate collectors because it combines exceptional artistry, precious metal, historical significance, and the excitement of discovery. It reminds us of an era when American coins were miniature works of art designed to inspire pride as well as serve in commerce. If you own an old collection, inherited family coins, or even a forgotten coin jar, take a careful look at every silver dime. Check the date, look for the mint mark, inspect the details closely, and never overlook unusual features. Your next coin could be far more than just 10 cents, it could be a remarkable piece of American history waiting to be discovered. Thank you so much for watching Old Coin Treasure.